Well, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. We're back with another YASTRZEMSKI career replay from his rookie season, 1951, game number 10. The Red Sox are starting off the season at 2-7. They were actually 4-5 coming into this game, so they're a couple games behind their pace. They currently lost, I think, at least 5 games in a row as they get swept by the Chicago White Sox at Comiskey Park and have lost the first of 2 games here at Fenway to the Washington Senators. They did actually lose this game, so if the Red Sox can win this one, they will gain a game back and be 3-7 instead of 5-5, which they were in the actual season. So they'll gain a game back. Bill Monboquette is on the mound for the Red Sox, and he'll be going against Tom Sturdivant. And Sturdivant was later be traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he would play more games there, so I had to get him off the Pittsburgh roster and sign him back onto the Washington roster. So Bill Monboquette and YASTRZEMSKI is back in the lineup today after having a day off in yesterday's game. He did come on to pinch hit, I believe. I'm not sure. I mean, he might not have, but I think he did. So anyway, Bill Monboquette is off to a rough start, 0-2 on the season, 3.86 ERA, 14 innings pitched, 19 hits allowed, 11 strikeouts and 1 walk. For the visiting Washington Senators, Coop Veal will lead it off and play shortstop. Danny O'Connell, the second baseman, bats second. The right fielder, Marty Keough, will bat third. Batting cleanup is the first baseman, Dale Long. Gene Woodling is on for the injured Tasby. It's Tasby. Can't think of his first name. Who was injured in yesterday's game for 3 games on a fluke injury that I think was supposed to be. The injury was supposed to go on Gary Geiger for the Red Sox, but for some reason, some kind of a glitch caused Tasby to get the injury instead of Geiger. As it was a change of innings, and I think when it changed to the lineup for the Senators, they put the Senators back in the outfield and took the injury off of that for some reason. Unless, maybe the injury actually maybe it was either a celebration or a fluke injury that may have occurred to Tasby possibly. But I'm thinking it might have been the glitch. Well, anyway, so Gene Woodling will take his place. Gene Woodling, the left fielder, bats 5th. Chuck Hinton is actually the one who took Tasby's place, batting 6th, the center fielder. So he'll get a start today. Harry Bright, the third baseman, bats 7th. Pete Daly, behind the plate, will bat 8th. And on the mound, batting 9th, is Tom Sturdivant. So Veal comes into the game. Hit 202 on the season with 8 runs batted in. Again, I'm just going to go by their stats because these replay stats are not complete for the other teams other than the Red Sox, as I'm just primarily playing the Red Sox games. Playing a few other games here and there, but for the most part, the only complete stats are going to be the Red Sox stats, or else it would take forever to play all the games because you have to play them manually because there's no AI in inside pitch. So anyway, Monboquette looks in for the sign from Nixon. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that'll be a base hit for Veal, so leadoff single for the Senators. So let's look at the Red Sox defense from left to right in the outfield. YASTRZEMSKI, Geiger, and Jensen. YASTRZEMSKI and Geiger both average range. Jensen above average range. Geiger and Jensen and YASTRZEMSKI all with above average arms. YASTRZEMSKI will commit the most errors out of the 3 of them, although not too many, 7 out of the 20. A little high, though, for an outfielder. In the infield, it's Reynolds, Green, Schilling, and Wirtz left to right. Reynolds and Green are below average range. Reynolds will commit quite a few errors. Green, even more errors at error prone at shortstop. Schilling at second base is the most sure-handed of the 3 with above average range and will not commit many errors, and Dick Wertz is average range and will commit his fair share of errors. Behind the plate, Nixon is awful defensively with just a 1 range, well below average there. Very error prone and will commit and has a poor throwing arm. On the mound, Monbouquet, whose name cannot fit on there, is an excellent range and very, very short-handed, as he only commits a few errors every now and then. Let's see Red Sox defense, and right away, Red Sox will try to pick off Veal at first. And he's back safely. So we have Danny O'Connell. O'Connell, 260 hitter for the season with a homer and 37 runs batted in. It's going to be a range play. And Geiger in center field is an average range. And it will as he gets to it. So a great catch by Geiger to prevent at least a base hit. So let him one down now. Then bring up Marty Keough, the right fielder. 249 hitter on the season with 9 homers and 34 runs batted in. They're going to go on the hit and run here. And Keough will strike out. Nixon, with his poor defense, is unable to get to the runner, and he will also commit an error. So already Nixon's bad defense costs him, as Veal's in there with a stolen base and will advance to third on the error as he throws it into the outfield. So runner on third with 2 down for Dale Long. First baseman hit 249 with 17 homers and 49 runs batted in 1961. And no pass ball. And that's going to be a base hit. And the Senators get on the board first. So 2-out single by Dale Long, RBI single, will plate Veal for the first run of the game. So Gene Woodling up now. Woodling, 313 hitter in 1961 with 10 homers and 57 runs batted in. Monbouquet looks the runner back at first. Looks in for the sign, nods his head, toes the rubber, wind up in the pitch. And he'll get him to strike out. Woodling doesn't strike out that often, but he does here. Come on. If we can get the register. Alright. Oh, yes, third event. That's right. We got to get a picture for him as he was on the Pittsburgh team. We don't play Pittsburgh because we're an American League team, so we have not played that game yet. So that run by Monbouquet, allowed by Monbouquet, is going to be, that's going to be unearned. That's going to be earned because he just reached the third after the stolen base and the error by Nixon, so he would have been in scoring position anyway. So we're just going to say that's an earned run, and we'll be right back after we get Sturdivant's picture. All right, we're back with Sturdivant's picture, which will show up in a second. So for the hometown Boston Red Sox, trying to salvage gain a split of the 2-game series with the Senators and stop their at least 5-game losing streak. We'll have Chuck Schilling, the second baseman, batting first. Gary Geiger, the center fielder, bats second. Kai Yastrzemski, the left fielder, bats third. Vic Wertz will bat cleanup and play first. Jackie Jensen, the right fielder, bats fifth. Pete Reynolds, the third baseman, will bat sixth. Batting seventh behind the plate, Russ Nixon. Pumpsy Green is the shortstop, batting eighth. And on the mound, batting ninth, is Bill Monbouquet. So Schilling comes in hitting .314 on the season with a RBI, 4 runs scored. So for the Senators, Woodling, Hinton, and Keough in the outfield. Woodling and Keough below average range, but they won't commit any errors. Actually, none of the outfield. The outfield is excellent defensively, will not commit any errors. Keogh above average range. And Hinton and Keogh with average arms, and Woodling with a slightly below average arm. Bright, Veal, O'Connell, and Long, all three ranges out there in the infield. Bright is a liability at third base with a 15 error rating. Long pretty high too at first base with 12. Veal about average with 6, and O'Connell same thing, about average with 7. Behind the plate, Daly is below average range. Will commit a fair share of errors with a 9 rating and has a below average arm. Sturdivant above average range and very sure-handed, as you will not commit any errors at the pitcher position. So Sturdivant looks in the sign from Daly. Schilling steps into the box. Here's the windup and the pitch. And he'll ground out to Veal at short for out number 1. So that'll bring up Gary Geiger. Gary Geiger off to a good start, hitting .343 with a home run, 4 runs batted in. Has scored 6 runs also. Has been probably the best Red Sox hitter overall. So here's the pitch by Sturdivant. And he will ground out to Veal at short also for out number 2. Next up, YASTRZEMSKI, struggling so far in his Major League debut. Just hitting .179 in 28 at-bats. 3 runs scored. See what he can do against Sturdivant. It's going to be a Fenway Park ballpark check. And he'll fly out to right for out number 3. So after 1 full, it's Washington 1 and Boston nothing. Monboquette will face Hinton, Bright, and Daly in the Senators' second. Hinton, .260 hitter with 6 homers and 34 runs batted in 61. And that'll be a base hit. So Hinton leads off the second with a base hit, the same way the Senators led off the first with a hit. So it brings up Harry Bright. Bright, a .240 hitter on the season with 4 homers and 21 runs batted in. Monboquette looks the runner back as he's being held on by Wirtz. Toes the rubber. Here's the windup in the pitch. Oh, and this, thankfully, Harry Bright does not hit many home runs against lefties. Against righties, if this would have been a lefty, then this one probably would have been gone. But thankfully, Monboquette is very susceptible to letting up home runs by righties, and Harry Bright does not hit righties that well. So this will not be a home run. Instead, it's going to be a ground ball to second. And the only play, it's slow roller, so the only play is for Schilling this over to Wirtz. And Hinton will advance the scoring position now with 1 out. And Hinton is going to try to steal here. And he is going to be safe as he still swipes third. So second stolen base off of Red Sox pitching today. So it'll put a runner at third, so a fly ball could possibly get the runner in, as Hinton has above average base running. So Pete Daly steps into the box. Daly hit just .192 with 2 homers and 17 runs batted in 61. And that's going to be a base hit. So that'll bring home another run as Hinton comes around the score. And it's 2-0 Senators now. So the Red Sox find themselves behind here in the second by 2 runs now. So it'll bring up the pitcher Sturdivant. Sturdivant, a .172 hitter with an RBI in 1961. Sterno would probably be called upon the bunt here. No, it doesn't look like he's going to bunt. Decides to hit away. It's going to be an error check on Embarking. And he's able to handle it. Let's see what he can see if he can turn two. And he will not, as he just goes for the sure at first. As Daly advances to second. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, it said double play, but I don't think it didn't. Let's just make sure here. Yeah, it didn't record a double play, did it? No. Okay, it did. Just said double play. But there was no double play as Daly is able to advance to second. So the announcer was wrong there. So 2 outs now, and the runner on second for Veal. Veal 1 for 1 with a run scored. Scored the first Senator run in the first. He was lined up in delivery out of the stretch by Embarking. And it's not a strikeout. He'll ground out to Schilling at second, over to Wirtz, and that'll do it. But Senators tack on another run and lead it 2-0, headed to the second, bottom of the second. So the Red Sox will send up Wirtz, Jensen, and Runnels, 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Wirtz hitting just 158 with a homer and an RBI. And he'll fly out to Keogh and right for out number 1. So 1 out in the Red Sox second. Brings up Jackie Jensen, hitting .303 with 5 runs batted in. And that is going to be a strikeout as Jensen goes down swinging. So 2 out in the Red Sox second. That'll bring up Pete Runnels. Pete Runnels hitting .306 with 2 homers and 5 runs batted in. So he's off to a good start. And he'll strike out. So back-to-back Ks. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the second. So,
have you picked your designated driver for this evening? Please remember to drink responsibly.
So ahead to the top of the third with Washington still up 2-0. O'Connell will lead it off for the Senators here in the third, sorry. O'Connell 0 for 1 on the day. And that'll be a base hit. So 3rd straight inning that lead runner has advanced. Has reached on a single. So it brings up Keogh. Struck out his first time up. They're going to go in the hit and run here. And it's going to be a possible error here. And he will fly out to left for out number 1. So that brings up Dale Long, the runner at first, 1 down now. He's 1 for 1, had an RBI single back in the first. Error check here. And that is going to be a base hit and also an error on Wirtz. He's unable to handle it. So runners will move up to second and third now with 1 down. As the Red Sox are going to bring the infield in, not wanting to get any further behind. So Gene Woodling steps into the plate. Struck out his first time up. And he'll line out back to Ron Boquette. Boquette will throw to third. And he'll nail O'Connell as he dives just ahead of, cannot get back before the throw. And a big double play there keeps it a 2-0 game as we head to the bottom of the third. Hopefully that will spark the Red Sox. Still looking for their first hit. Nixon, Green, and Monboquette up here against Sturdivant. Nixon hitting .278 with their RBI on the season. Man, he'll fly out to left for out number 1. So Pumpsy Green up now. Hitting .242 in the season with 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. And it's going to be at Fenway Park check. And Green is on with a 1-out double. So the Red Sox with a runner in scoring position looking to get on the board here. It brings up the pitcher, Monboquette. Hit just 130 with 5 runs batted in. See if Monboquette can help his own cause here. And 2-3 error check. And it's going to be no error on Bright as he looks the runner back and fires to first to retire Monboquette. So to bring up Schilling 0 for 1. Schilling with an RBI opportunity here. He can get a base hit. And no, instead he strikes out swinging. So the Red Sox leave a runner stranded in scoring position. And after 3.5, trail at 2-0. Been a big issue for the Red Sox is inability to drive in runs once they get runners in scoring position. But even bigger problem has been their bullpen, as the bullpen has coughed up many a lead also late in the game. That's probably their biggest issue. All right, so Monboquette back on the hill. For the 4th, he'll face Hinton, Bright, and Daly. Hinton 1 for 1 with a run scored. And it'll be a foul ball. And that's going to be a base hit. So for the 4th straight inning, the Senators get the leadoff runner on a base hit. As Nixon goes out to visit with Monboquette, trying to settle him down here. Harry Bright comes up now 0 for 1. Get the hit and run on. And he'll fly out to Geiger for the first out of the 4th. Pete Daly had an RBI single his first time up. And he'll get Daly swinging for out number 2. So that brings up Sturdivant. Sturdivant 0 for 1 in the day. Red Sox looking to get out of this without any runs scored as he did last inning. And Sturdivant will strike out. So despite another leadoff single, Washington does not score. And after 3.5, it's still Washington 2 and Boston nothing. So it'll be Geiger, Yastrzemski, and Wirtz up for the Red Sox. Geiger 0 for 1 in the day. And he will fly out to Hinton at center for out number 1. So it brings up Yastrzemski 0 for 1. Average down to 172 now. And he'll ground back to the pitcher. So 2 quick outs in the Red Sox 4th. Brings up Dick Verts 0 for 1. So Wirtz will lead it off with a double. Alright. Pitch to Jensen. That's going to be a 6-3. Oh, hold on. For some reason we don't have any sound here. I don't know why. Alright. So that's a 6-3. Here we go. 1-2, and that's going to be a ground out to first to end the inning. So the Red Sox failed to score, and almost halfway through, after 4 full innings, the Red Sox still trail it 2-0. Top of the order, Veal will lead it off against Mamba Cat. Veal 1 for 2 with a run scored. And he'll ground out to third for out number 1. So O'Connell up now, 1 for 2. And he'll draw a 1-out walk. So finally, the Red Sox are able to stop the lead runner from getting on. However, the next batter does get on. And it looks like Keogh is going to try to bunt him over. Try to add to their lead. Get the by getting a run in scoring position with 2 down. And he squares around the bunt, but Mambo Cat walks him. And Mambo Cat ends up walking him. So that'll put runners on first and second with 1 down as Nixon goes out to talk to Mambo Cat. Action in the Red Sox pen. And that's going to be a ground ball over to Green. This could be 2. Green over to Schilling for 1. Back to first. Turns the double play to end the inning. So the Red Sox get out of it with no damage. And halfway through now, it's Washington 2 and Boston 0. So Reynolds, Nixon, and Green up for the Red Sox. Reynolds struck out his first time up. Range play at Fenway. And Woodling will rob Reynolds of a base hit and make the catch for out number 1. Nixon up now, 0 for 1. And, it's going to be an error on Long. A throwing error as he tries to feed over to Sturdivant covering and overthrows him. So Nixon reaches on the error. So tying run will come to the plate now and form Pumpsy Green. He doubled his first time up. But this time he'll strike out. So 2 gone, and Longcat is going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. Let's see, who are we going to bring in here? So we try to find our baseball reference. There we go. So let's see. Who do we bring in now for Mamba Cat? So Billy Harrell and Jim Pagaroni will use as pinch hitters. I think we're going to go with Jim Pagaroni. He's the better hitter. So Pags will come in the pinch hit with 2 down, representing the tying run. Pagaroni hitting .263 with a home run, 4 runs batted in. Home run would tie this game up. Here's the pitch by Sturdivant. It's going to be a range play. And it's going to be on the right field. The Keogh is above average range. And he's able to make the catch to end the inning. So the score remains 2-0 Senators as we head to the 6th inning. See who the Red Sox are going to bring in. And I think we're going to go with Ted Wills, pitched in the actual game. So Wills comes in, making his at least his 2nd appearance of the year. I think probably 3rd. 2.1 innings pitched, has not allowed an earned run, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and 2 walks. So he'll face Woodlong, Hinton, and Bright. Woodlong 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And he's going to walk Woodling. So not what a manager wants to see is coming out of the bullpen and immediately walking the first hitter you face. So Nick's going to go out to talk to Wills. That brings up Chuck Hinton. He's 2 for 2 with a run scored. And he'll line up to second, Schilling quickly over to Wirtz, and they get the double play as Woodling got a little too far off the bag.
Holy cow, what a double play!
So that'll help the Red Sox. And races that base runner. So 2 down now with the bases empty for Harry Bright, 0 for 2. It's going to be a range play. And Green is unable to get to it, as he has below average range. So Wright will reach on a pop-up single. So it brings up Pete Daly. Daly 1 for 2 with an RBI. And that's going to be a pass ball on Nixon. So that'll move a runner up in scoring position. So a base hit could plate another run for the Senators. And it'll do just that. It's going to be a base hit to right field. And they're going to wave Bright around. He'll score on the RBI single by Daly. So the pass ball proves costly, as the Senators now go up by a score of 3-0. And Sturdivant's got plenty of gas left in him, so he's going to stay in and hit for himself. See if he can add to the lead. Lefty on lefty here. And he grounds out to short to end the inning. So let's see. I think that was an unearned run. Yeah, it was a pass ball. Yeah, pass ball. Yeah, he had a single, and then there was a pass ball allowing him to get to second, else he wouldn't have scored. He would only get to third. So that would be an unearned run, which it states there. So Wills will it's an unearned run. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th with Washington now up 3-0. So top of the order for the Red Sox, Schilling leads it off. He's 0 for 2. Sturdivant has held the Red Sox in check with only 2 hits so far today. And Veal handles it over to Long for out number 1. Geiger now 0 for 2 up. And that's going to be a base hit. Hinton throws it back in to second. So 1 on and 1 out for the Red Sox. Brings up Kyle Yastrzemski, 0 for 2 on the day so far. And they'll do the pickoff, and he's back safely. Yastrzemski will get himself a base hit. Geiger is going to try for third, and he is going to be gunned down by Hinton. So, don't know what Geiger was thinking there. Yastrzemski does advance in the scoring position, but down by 3, you got to be more careful than that. So 2 outs now, and Yastrzemski at second for Dick Wirtz. 1 for 2 of the double. And that is going to be an error on Bright. Bright fields it and throws it away. As Yastrzemski moves to third, so puts runners at the corners with 2 down. So the Red Sox will have the tying run come up now. And Jackie Jensen, he's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Jensen's capable of going yard, looking for his first home run of the season. Here's the pitch. And he'll fly out to left to end the inning. So the Red Sox cannot capitalize. However, Geiger ends up getting thrown out at third, killing the Red Sox rally. As that would have made first and second with first and second with only 1 out, and then yeah, that could have definitely cost him at least a run there, if not more. So Geiger's base running blunder kills the inning, and it remains Washington 3, Red Sox nothing. And that is going to be it for Wills. Actually, we'll let him. Yeah, we'll take him out. So we'll see. No, we don't want to bring a lefty in. We'll bring in Stallard, I guess. So Tracy Stallard comes in. 0-1 record with a 6.72 ERA, 6 2/3 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, 2 strikeouts, and 5 walks. He'll face Veal, O'Connell, and Keogh here in the top of the 7th. And Veal will reach on a double to left. Yastrzemski throws it back in, but not before Veal ends up at second. So O'Connell up now, 1 for 2 with a walk. Red Sox cannot afford to get behind by any more. And he'll fly out to Yastrzemski. Veal holds at second. So Matt Keogh up now, 0 for 2 with a walk. So it's going to be a range check on Runnels. He will make the play. Looks the runner back. Fires to first. So 2 down now. So Stallard 1 out away from getting out of it and keeping it a 3-0 game. But I'll have to get past Dale Long, who's 2 for 3 with an RBI. And Wirtz will make a catch to the liner to end the inning. So the score remains Washington 3, Boston nothing as we head to the home half of the 7th inning stretch time. As fans saying, "Take me out to the ball game." Very little to cheer about for Red Sox fans today, as they are currently being shut out on 4 hits by Tom Sturdivant. Sturdivant in actuality would win this game to go 1-0. Sturdivant will face Reynolds, Nixon, and Green if everybody gets on the pitcher spot. Reynolds 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll fly out to Woodlawn in left for out number 1. Next up, Russ Nixon, 0 for 2. And Nixon is going to hit one to center. And hits it all the way into the triangle. And he'll end up at third with a 1-out triple. So Red Sox definitely need to take advantage of this. At least get one run in. This time is getting late here at the bottom of the 7th. So Green up now 1 for 2. Has himself a double on the day. And he'll get himself his second hit of the day. That'll drive in Nixon. And the Red Sox are finally on the board. 3-1 now. See what kind of hitter Stallard is. 083, so he's going to be lifted for a pinch hitter. And we're going to use... I'm going to go with my instinct on this one. I'm going to go with Rip Rapolsky. Actually, we'll go with Frank Malzone. I like Frank Malzone. So Frank Malzone will come in the pinch hit, representing the tying run. Malzone 1 for 2 on the season with an RBI. And he will fly out to left for out number 2. So Schilling 0 for 3. And he flies out to Hinton to end the inning. So the Red Sox do get one. And it's now 3-1 Washington after 7 full. The Red Sox will bring in... Yeah, we'll bring it early. It's not too early for early now. He'll come in here in the top of the 8th to face the lefty Woodline, and then 2 righties, Hinton and Bright. So Woodline's 0 for 2 with a walk. And he'll ground out to Green at short for out number 1. Next up, Chuck Hinton. 2 for 3 day with a run scored. And he's going to draw a 1-out walk. So that brings up Bright 1 for 3 with a run scored. And it'll be another base hit as Hinton motors around the third, so runners at the corners with 1 down. Red Sox pull the infield in. Pete Daly up, number 8 hitter. Daly having a good day, 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. Chance for another RBI here. And that'll be a base hit past the drawn in infield. So that'll play to run. And it's now a 4-1 Senators lead. And Sturdivant, is he going to stay in and hit for himself? I think he's still got a lot left. Yeah, he can last another inning, so. And we're going to go for the... not much of a chance to double him up. Well, we got to go for the double play because we're going to go third to first anyway, so. Or third to first. So we're going to go third to first. So we'll get the lead runner. That's weird. I've never seen a Garner double play rating of -1. That's what Sturdivant has. So he'll advance. I think they'll get... Yeah, I don't think they were able to get the runner at first. Yeah, else it would have been Green, so... Alright, so the Red Sox get the lead runner there. Infield, they'll play back now with 2 down. Runners on first and second for top of the order. Veal, he's 2 for 4 with a double and a run scored. And he gets Veal swinging. But Washington's able to get that run back, and it's back to a 3-run Washington lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th with Geiger, Yastrzemski, and Wirtz coming up. If anybody gets on, Jensen. Sturdivant back out there again for the 8th. And Geiger will fly out to right for out number 1. Yastrzemski up now, 1 for 3. A base hit his last time up. And this time he'll strike out. So 2 quick outs in the Red Sox 8th. Brings up Wirtz, 1 for 3 with a double. And he'll ground out to O'Connell over the long. And he'll do it for the Red Sox as they go 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. So we'll head to the 9th. The Red Sox trailing by 3. And that's going to be it for early. Definitely not too early to take him out. No, not Chet Nichols. We could bring in Chet Nichols. The lefty coming up second. So Chet Nichols comes in, making he's got a record of 1-0 in 2 innings pitched. He'll face O'Connell first, 1 for 3 with a walk. And he walks the first batter. So Red Sox relievers are not helping themselves by walking the leadoff batter as they come in. And they just strike out Keogh, though, who is 0 for 3, now 0 for 4. So 1 gone in Detroit 9th. In the Washington 9th. Brings up Dale Long, 2 for 4 with an RBI. And let's see here. So they're going to get the lead runner. Long will reach first on the fielder's choice. So 2 down now in the Washington 9th. Brings up Gene Woodlong, 0 for 3 with a walk. Okay, that's weird. Only thing I can click on is the F, so it must be all outs here. So he must not really have a split. This is nothing on only a right-handed split. Against righties, he would have had one. And he'll fly out to left to end the inning. So we head to the bottom of the 9th. The Red Sox needing 3 to tie and 4 to win. Jensen will lead it off, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Sturdivant will try to close it out here. And it flies out to Keogh for out number 1. It'll be at Pete Reynolds, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Be a range play. And Sturdivant's able to field it. Fires over the long, so a great play by Sturdivant to get out number 2. So the Red Sox are down in the last out with Nixon up 1 for 3 with a triple and a run scored. Scoring the only Red Sox run. And he will fly out to Hinton center. And that will do it as the Red Sox fall to the Senators, get swept in a 2-game series, and have now lost at least 6 in a row now. So the Red Sox fall to the Senators and they continue their woes as they're unable to generate any offense today. Let's go to the box score. We'll call it a video. So Sturdivant gets the win, pitches a complete game 6-hitter, allowing 1 run. It was earned with 5 strikeouts, no walks. So fine outing by Sturdivant. Monboquet falls to 0-3. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 2 runs. Both of them earned, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. So not a bad outing by Monboquet. Probably his best outing in the season. So let's see here. For the Senators hitting, Coot Veal was 2 for 5 with a run scored. Had a double and a stolen base. O'Connell 1 for 3 with a couple of walks. Keogh 0 for 4 with a walk. Dale Long, 2 for 5 with an RBI. Woodling was 0 for 4. Chuck Hinton getting a start in center field for the injured Tasby. Was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, also drew a walk. Harry Bright, 2 for 4 with a run scored. Pete Daly had a good day, 3 for 4 with 3 runs batted in. And Sturdivant, the pitcher, was 0 for 4. For the Red Sox, Chuck Schilling 0 for 4. Geiger 1 for 4. Yastrzemski 1 for 4, average now 188. As it goes up slightly from 172. Dick Wirtz 1 for 4 with a double. Jackie Jensen 0 for 4. Pete Reynolds 0 for 4. Russ Nixon 1 for 4 with a triple and a run scored. Pumpsy Green had a good day, 2 for 3 with an RBI and a double. Marmoquette 0 for 1. Pagaroni pinch hitting 0 for 1. And Frank Malzone is a pinch hitter 0 for 1. So the Red Sox fall to the Senators and now fall to 2-8 on the season. Oops. And we'll be right back with the, we'll check and see exactly how long the Red Sox losing streak is. Alrighty, we're back with the schedule. Schedule. And yep, the Red Sox have lost 6 in a row. Including a sweep of Chicago swept them, like we thought. And but they did win the game before that, beating Minnesota 9-7. They beat got 1 out of 2 from the Angels. And they lost to Kansas City in a 1-game series. So they're currently 2-8, so struggling on the season so far. So next they're going to host Detroit in a short 2-game series and another short 2-game series in Cleveland. So some short, only 2-game series against all these teams. They don't get a 3-game series until they go to Los Angeles for Angels hosting them at home. Actually, a big long homestand, it looks like here. Oh, I'm sorry. No, a road trip. So the Red Sox are going to go on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15-game road trip. So that can't help them. As they're already 2-8. They've only, the 2 victories came at home. So they're 0-4, 0-6, 0-8 on the road. Actually, wait, hold on. No, 0-6 on the road. That's right. And they're 2-2 at home. So the Red Sox are going on a long road trip here, so that could be disastrous. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do here. As they did finish 76 and 86, I'm hoping we can get at least close to that by the end of the season. But we've dug ourselves a hole now, as they were 5-5 coming into this game, and 3 games off that pace already. So that is it. It's been Eric from High Ground Gaming. Game number 10 of the Kyle Yastrzemski replay. We'll see you in Detroit from Game 11 when we face the Tigers. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.